Good evening and welcome to another scene of Dragon Age Rise of the Cunari. Today we find ourselves in the tavern of the keep, where Charis and Serena are sitting at a corner table away from the bulk of the people and talking about their recent experience inside the Fade. Well, Porthos, I suppose, is somewhere around the keep and will probably find his way to the tavern at some point during this conversation. Sharis, you had any nightmares or any, after effects after
Well,
our little walk through the fade?
I actually slept very comfortable, which I probably shouldn't have, but hey, I don't know.
Oh, you're
What's
weird.
what's stranger is though is she looks around. I saw something in the mirror today, but I don't know if you did.
To tell.
Something on your back?
My back?
Yeah, like your muscles on your back are a bit like strained or something.
Are they? Let's you look around. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, 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 no. If there's something, you should tell me.
Well, she looks at you, looks around. There is this, and she will show you a mark,
What does this mark look like?
a dragon.
That's very interesting. Did you show anyone else?
Nope.
I think it's best to talk about this with Morgan.
I've just sent you what it looks like.
Mm,
That was sent to me by the ST
mm,
last night.
okay. Um, can I see it?
She will undo her clothing, and she'll just lift it down a bit and show you.
That's very interesting.
So it's
Serena
nothing to
will
be worried
actually
about.
will actually touch it and see if it gives off any weird feelings or sensations. I assume he didn't tell you.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So until then, we're gonna assume that it doesn't
Yeah.
really.
All right. So I guess you brought something back.
That's kind of what I'm a bit worried about. But
And I left something behind, it seems.
well,
Interesting.
sure. I am still a bit concerned, honestly, but
Well, you looked pretty content after we returned. You looked pretty happy, actually. What was that all
uh,
about?
we can potentially. I mean, if we can trust it, if it even was. There's a slight hope that we might actually
Look,
restore
look.
our gods. Do you
First,
realize what that means?
Charis, dear, come on. First of all, that was the fate. Chances are that that was just an echo or a reflection of our own minds.
But if
Like,
there's a chance,
there's a lot more. It's a lot more possible that that's what it is than Dumat himself. And I'll
I
be
know.
completely honest with you, I have absolutely no interest in restoring any gods, new or old, elven or human. I don't care. But if restoring them means that we get to prevent the blight and we can stop Penharel, then yes, that's the only reason I would even entertain the thought. But that's about it. Thing is, we need to have a lot of research to do about this. We have to somehow check these locations. As for the As for the corrupted ones, I really don't like the thought because what he said was very similar to the lines Corypheus said to the Grey Wardens a few years back. I don't know what you have heard of that.
That he was a absolute madman, but
Well, they were trying to raise a demon army.
I heard a bit
He,
about that.
well, Corypheus told the Grey Wardens that by doing that they could eliminate the archdemons before any other blights, so effectively preventing any other blights and ending the possibility of blights in the future. However, that wasn't what he intended. He used the Grey Wardens. What happened in Adamant was, well, let's just say I'm glad I wasn't there.
It sounds horrible.
I was at the Deep Roads at the time, thankfully, with a few of my order. At some point, we returned to Orzammar for resupply, and this is where we learned the news about what happened in Adamant. And what has happened to our order. We're no longer how we used to be.
You're changed? Or
Well, no, we lost our credentials, so to speak, after all this creating a demon army business that Corypheus was planning to use to march against Orlais. So now, I mean, if you're wondering why I haven't missed a mission since I came into the Inquisition, that's because I feel that we have to atone for all that shit. So it's my duty to serve. And it's
still,
partly why I hadn't taken the cure, although now I think that that was taken care of for me. I mean, I believe that's what happened. Oh, but what am I saying? I assume you don't know what the calling is or what the cure for the calling was.
well, you explained it a little bit, and I've heard things. When you get
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
you you begin to go mad, right?
Well, old. It's not exactly as old as you'd get if you were not a Grey Warden. I guess I would have like a couple of decades left. Three,
Has that
however.
changed now?
Well, I guess I'll have to wait a couple of decades and see. But supposedly it does. Did work. Hmm. Oh, wait, you were not at the expedition at the Watchtower. Hmm.
No, no, I wasn't.
What did you hear of that?
Not much, really.
Well, we did have an encounter in the Fade there as well. We were able to close the breach, but there was a Darkspawn there who claimed to be the first Grey Warden. I gave him that cure, and he was Darkspawn no more. He's now back to his old elven self, but he hasn't been responding yet. So I guess the cure does do something, but what that is, Remains to be seen, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I don't know too much about it, but you said I should talk with Morgan
About your mark, yes. Yes.
because I'm not a Grey Warden
Yeah.
now, right?
Well, no, you're not.
Okay. Oh,
It
that's good. That's
it
good.
isn't that simple, dear. Like,
Okay.
Porthos walks in with a jug. You guys in the tavern, right? By the way,
yeah,
out
Yeah.
of character.
yeah.
Yeah, Porthos walks in
We're
with a jug.
we're on the upper level and
Yeah,
at the corner. We're not
yeah,
visible at
yeah,
first glance,
yeah. Porthos is like going to walk towards
but we
the
might be able
tavern
to
owner.
see you. And I see the
Yeah,
jug and
yeah. And
whistle
like
loudly
he looks up.
and look at you angrily.
This is not what it looks like, okay? I'm trying to make amends with our dear barkeep right here. I found this in my room for some reason. Someone snuck a jug of what smells like, he starts sniffing it, dragon piss. And I thought, well, what better way to mend my broken kinship with the barkeeper than give him this lovely dragon piss for free?
Then get on with it and get over here.
Uh, well, my dear friend, I hope you forgive me for breaking your walls, and I'll be right there. And he starts running. Why am I needed up here?
I need to smell your breath.
What? What kind of weird shit are you into?
Well, am I supposed to take your word for it that you didn't drink any of the dragon piss?
Uh, he starts. I guess he breathes at your face. It smells like black coffee, like strong ass caffeine,
Ah,
coffee beans.
okay, okay. Point taken. Sit your ass down. As he was gonna swat in front of her, like to get the smell out of the way.
Well, it was your choice for me to breathe into your face.
Porthos, have you met Charis?
Yes, I believe I was the one to say hello to you first. Hello? Again?
Oh
Hello.
yeah, you were there. I remember.
Yes. So, how are you, dear friends, in this lovely tavern?
Well, remember what happened up in the at that watchtower? We kind of had a intentional repeat of that with less.
Oh, well, yeah, he starts standing up and he, like, puts the foot up and he starts, oh, yep,
Marcelino
yep.
will put her hand on his shoulder and push him downwards.
Look, I'm a dwarf.
Look, you haven't
Dwarves aren't meant to go to the fade.
yes, but you've been there and you haven't even told me what happened.
Because I do not want to talk about the fade, because we are dwarves and we do not.
I don't
Fine,
look. I
fine.
don't want excuses, man. Like seriously, there are things that we need to talk about.
Yes, like what exactly?
Well, I'm not gonna bring up your drinking problem, but perhaps you can tell me what the hell happened while we were at the watchtower. I mean, I told you my side, didn't I?
Okay, okay. Look, so apparently, well, not apparently, but I've been hearing this weird voice in my head while we were in the fade, and he simply told me to kill. So I apparently tried to murder everyone, especially Jacqueline, and apparently she almost died. Thankfully, they somehow snuck me out of it before I actually killed Jacqueline. And then
Oh,
it happened again, this time to Jacqueline and to Oran. And well, Morrigan was kind enough to dispel their weird, spooky mind shit. So, well, we didn't murder each other. The
well,
closest we got was me stabbing the living shit out of Jacqueline.
So I guess you guys got it worse than us.
Yes, because someone almost died. And it's all my fault.
Well, Yami did a pretty number on me. I healed
Yeah,
up.
that is true.
At least, I guess the only one who came out with pretty much unscathed was Colin.
Did you not slap him? Does not does that not count?
Well, that wasn't an injury. That didn't even leave a mark. That was just a slap.
Hey,
And
who knows? Maybe he liked it.
well,
These stickers.
I guess now we're even.
Uh, so, before I interrupted you guys with my passing towards the tavern, what were you guys talking about? If you don't mind me
Well,
prying.
we went in the fade last night as well.
I am so glad I was not there.
Well, there's a reason why I invited Sharis to join me and not you.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Apparently, we spoke with that appeared to be Dumat.
Uh, let me think. Is not that a old dragon
It's the first archdemon.
and a very old dragon that the Winter Imperium worships? Isn't
Mm,
that lovely?
well, that was the fade, so most likely it was just a reflection of our thoughts. But
And why, oh why, would you be thinking of dear old Dumat?
I wasn't thinking of Dumat
Neither
specifically.
was I.
Mm-hmm.
To be
Oh,
Good.
perfectly honest, I was
well,
scared.
even more. Because I wasn't thinking of Dumat specifically, but my fear was that I would discover that another archdemon was waking up and another blight was coming, because that's what I always fear, especially lately with all those whispers. And
Whispers. Well, Lady Saris, if I'm being honest, I too would be very scared shitless if I end up in the fate again. Never again.
well, to be fair, that part of the fade was all too familiar to me. It looked like the deep roads.
Ah, the deep roads. Quite a terrible place where all the wardens end up dying in.
But wait, didn't you told me like 2 days ago that you would gladly join the Legion of the Dead if I found myself dying there?
Well, uh, if you decide not to take the potion.
Oh, about that. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
something happened to that potion. When I came out of the fade and I checked my satchel, the bottle was warm and empty, but I hadn't taken it. I could have absorbed
Could
it. I don't know. I don't
how
know.
does what? Well,
Well,
there could be a
different rules apply in the
oh,
Fade, Porthos.
uh-huh, uh-huh. You
Hmm.
see, can't you just acquire another bottle?
I could, but I don't see why I would do that. I will just speak with Ivan and see if what happened is what I suspect happened.
And if it didn't,
If it didn't, I'm going to request another bottle,
well, whatever you want, I guess.
which would be like
You
the
do you.
third bottle.
Yes, I bet they are thinking you are selling it to a smuggler, and that smuggler is somehow shipping it to some weird blood mage somewhere in the world. Uh,
Well, since it's me who's asking for it and not you, I don't think he's going to suspect such a thing.
Uh, well then, other than do math, what have I missed?
Well, we may have new missions coming up all around Ferelden.
Not
Because if we are,
related to fades, I assume.
it's related to what Dumat said to me.
To you
It,
especially.
to us both, but it has to do with something that I asked about ending the blight and how to stop Fenharel and all that jazz.
Oh yes, your elusive elven god. Ah,
You'll see that Ceres' eyes narrow at you.
oh look, pardon me. I am an asshole, and I do not believe about any gods. It's either just a very powerful thing, or a dragon, or
Well,
nah, blah blah blah.
well, do not
Regardless,
take that lightly.
certain people have essentially are still actually dying because of it, because they worship who they choose to worship. So I'd probably say that it's maybe a good idea to mm, just consider what one says. But then again, if you're an asshole, then I suppose you're in the clear.
You know what? Just for you, he puts a zipper motion on its lips, and then he smiles and does a thumbs up.
Well, do not make light of the Dread Wolf. At least we
Yes,
know that
yes.
he's real. And he was. Serena will pause and think for a few seconds, debating on whether or not to tell you guys this. Apart from the fact that he was part of the Inquisition and betrayed, he's going to look around, make sure nobody's watching, listening. He has actually infiltrated the keep recently, probably.
There is. He looks around. Is this related to the Great Lords?
I'm not sure. Well, he's behind the Grey Clocks, but when he infiltrated, he stole a couple of arcane tomes, which we retrieved from a nearby village from a newt lady who described him, well, in writing. Everything leads to him. All the threads connect to him. Remember what happened when the Grey Cloaks were in the keep? The attacks at the ports. And when I went to that town to resolve the dispute over there, I don't know what happened, but that was certainly a distraction for something bigger. That might have been it, but I honestly can't say.
Hmm.
And it's strange.
whomever,
The man that we retrieved from
whomever
the
this,
village, well, his brain was messed up. So,
his brain was what?
messed up. Like, he didn't know why he did what he did. He didn't know the things that he should know.
Huh. Well, whomever this dread wolf is, he seems to be really powerful to be all doing all these things. Very influential as well.
Well, he is a god, supposedly, so. In any case, uh, what Dumat said was about uncorrupted gods that we can potentially restore, which Sharis here would love to do. So I suppose you're gonna be head on in this quest of ours, right?
Well, I mean, if they're uncorrupted, they would want to help the world, I'm guessing.
I'm
Again,
hoping, but are you
I
so
really want to
certain that
make
they
a snide remark, but I can't.
are you certain that they care about the world and not just about themselves?
well, they say that the gods themselves were one thing, and then, well, do they care? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing that seems to be quite certain is that the blight was not of their doing. That was men who did that.
That's true.
And that's honestly darkspawn and all that. Like, I've seen enough of those things when I was a kid. Like, trust me,
Oh,
it's yeah.
I do
I'd be
respect
okay with not seeing any of those ever again. So, and I mean, I think they would,
on
since
that
they
way.
were a thing, and yeah, I'm not sure, but
Well,
who knows?
you were
Maybe.
still a small child at the last blight.
Right, but it's quite apparent that this was something that happened that we did, or
Well,
someone from here did, and
oh,
that
it was
might just be helped by
from
bringing them back.
here. It was from somewhere up north.
Right, but it's still
Magisters from
something that they could
Cyberpunk.
probably. Do they care about the world? I don't know. But one thing is certain, they might be able to alleviate whatever's happening, whatever's causing the darkspawn to rise. And if we have that opportunity to stop that, we should do everything in our power to do so.
I do hope so. However, there are the uncorrupted ones. There are also the corrupted ones. Can the former stop the latter? I don't know.
Well, you're the expert about this stuff, so.
Well, yeah, but the order isn't what it used to be. We don't have many conscripts anymore. There aren't people lining up to join us. There are few
Right.
of us left. Very few.
Why don't you ask the people in the Underfells?
Oh, believe me, I will send word to them as soon as I speak with Ivan. But even so, we're not enough. We need
Will you still? Would you tell them about our new friend in the infirmary as well?
that depends on what we decide with Ivan. It's not my decision to make, but I believe that they should know. If anything, it should shake them up a bit if he is who he says he is.
Oh, I can't wait what kind of deeds they would do if you tell them.
Well, the order is already but destroyed, so they can do as they will and they will receive in kind. But the thing is, our numbers are, well, we're not ready to deal with a blight. Not by a long shot. Not even close. We lost way too many.
Wasn't the last blight defeated by 2 Grey Wardens? I assumed 2 would be enough.
Well, and there will be one left. The way to kill an archdemon, the Grey Warden dies as well.
What?
Yes, I don't know what kind of magic or what kind of trick Ivan pulled, but he should have died when he landed the killing blow.
Wait, if that's the case, then how is the last warden alive, or Alistair? Huh?
That's what I don't know, because
Are
before
you sure
that,
you got the right information and they're just not feeding you misinformation to scare you? Maybe? No?
um, why would they use that to scare us? They should
I
not
don't
tell
know.
us that, because
I don't
that's
know how
scared.
the Grey Wardens work.
If there is one thing that would keep us from doing it, is that. Well, there are many things the Wardens don't tell you, Porthos. They don't tell us about the joining or what's the dangers with joining. They don't tell us what it entails. They don't tell us what to expect. Do you even know?
I don't even know what the joining is, to be honest. I just assume it's, I don't know, like a
What? You
party
think
or some
it's
sort.
just a ceremony and we just put on our coats and out of the sudden we begin sensing darkspawn?
Yes, is that not how it works?
No, it is not.
Ah.
Many of the recruits who want to join the Grey Wardens don't make it.
Why not?
How do you think we get a sense of where the Darkspawn are?
I don't know, some sort of magic?
Just a question out of character. Isn't all of this like
Super,
semi-secret?
yeah, super
Yeah,
secret shit.
but but the Wardens now are all but destroyed, and Serena actually believes that they shouldn't be keeping this shit secret. They should be open about this
Fair,
stuff. So she
fair.
kinda, you know, talks about it.
You're a fail warden out of character.
No, no, but
Mm,
after the whole deal with Corypheus, is pissed.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
She
Okay,
wants more
alright.
transparency, you know.
Mm,
Well, it would take part
well,
of Darkspawn blood in order to do that.
I'm sorry. What?
huh?
The joining. In order to become a Grey Warden, you have to consume a concoction which contains.
Wait. So let me get this straight. To become a Grey Warden, you have to gargle some blood and you have to swallow it, or do you
How?
inject the blood in your veins, or
No,
wait, if that's the case, then why don't the people who ingest darkspawn blood while they're fighting them turn into Grey Wardens?
because it's not just blood, it's a concoction that contains blood. And this is how we gain immunity to the blight. And this is how we can feel them, and this is why we have the call.
Wait, why are you telling this to us?
Because I believe that people should know what they're signing up for.
Well, it feels like if the Underfell's people hears about this, they might
Do
emotions to
what?
the neck.
They might do what? Exactly. What power do the Grey Waters have at this point? We're all but dissolved.
Well, and the Underfell's people, your superiors, in their
What matters
mystical
more?
fort called Wysa.
Well, I, for one, will suggest to them that perhaps we need to be a bit more transparent and open about what's going on. So maybe then we'll get people to understand what sacrifice is required. Perhaps we'll get even more people with that.
Saris will just look at her, and she will just say, "Thank you for sharing this. I I can't imagine what it's like, but
Well, I've kept it for many years, and I've seen.
it still
For
takes something to say it. And I think you're brave, for one.
Porthos is just gonna look all shocked.
I'm not brave, Sharis. I'm not
Oh, I beg to differ.
that was my way out. And mind you, even if I knew the risks, I would still have picked that because the alternative, well, was worse. That's it.
Oof. Well, to get off topic, how do you plan on finding these gods that you keep talking about?
Well, we have some locations that we need to research.
Hmm. Maybe you should talk to this.
Out of character, Nisa can introduce herself, or she can start singing or something, so we can, you know, bring the conversation to something lighter because it's a bit brooding in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Dave, Dave, you're muted. Well, I'll type him in the chat and he can. In any case, I believe we can. Well, I believe the mages will do some research on locations, and we can then scout them out. And
maybe you should ask that brother person from Tenerem, the guy who writes about everything. And if I believe we found the secret ashes,
who?
uh, or I believe was brother Genatizi.
Uh, I've
If you
heard
can
of
find him,
him,
I
but
suppose.
is this guy even alive? I
I
don't
don't know. Well, I just know I've read a fuck ton of his books. Like he went everywhere, and I mean
know.
everywhere.
I think, for starters, we should speak with the Inquisitor. I mean, he's Dalish. Sister's Dalish. They know some more
I
about
mean,
the gods than we
in
do.
in if he did know about this Red Wolf person, then well,
Well, I suppose they didn't know enough at the time.
mm,
But to be
yes,
fair, who would have imagined
yes, indeed,
that a person they called a friend would be?
a god.
Yeah.
You know, when I woke up, I did not expect that I'd be talking about all this very deep shit. I thought I'd be drinking tea or something, or reading a book about, I
Porthos,
don't know, some more
sometimes,
weird, bubbly shit.
look, you gave me some pretty sound advice the other day, so I can give you some as well. Sometimes you have to confront things and look at them head on instead of
Ah,
ignoring them or drowning them indirectly.
well, drowning them is a lot easier.
No, it is not.
Hey, I've been doing it for 10
It's not
years.
very helpful, and it doesn't help you with your problems.
You were wasting your life away. Like, you've been sober for what, a couple of weeks now?
It's
less
terrible.
less than
I've
a
been
month.
shivering on a corner for a few days.
You're doing fine. You're finally working. You finally get initiative to do things. You do that port thing. You're hell. You even gave me advice, friendly advice. Like,
I'm
Philip
guessing that's a rare
shrugs.
occurrence.
well, usually, when I first met Porthos, he was pissed drunk all the time to the point where he out loud spoke about his plans to the people to his victims, potential victims.
Look, that wouldn't have happened if our dear friend with the wolf did not come and ask me about the plan. Okay, that wouldn't have happened if he just waited in the bushes. Even if it was, well, to be fair, it was 4 hours later, but still, it would not have happened if he did not come and ask.
In
But
any
still, I guess
case,
you have a
well,
point
it's
because it
not the
still
only
happened.
thing you've done while you're drunk, and you know that very, very well, Porthos. Or may I remind you a certain moniker that people has been sticking on me since I returned from Redcliffe.
It is not my fault. The only ones who have heard me say it is the guy, well, the two dudes with wolves.
Look, we're not gonna go through this again.
Yes, yes.
You better own it.
Well, this is some really heavy shit. If these are real, these gods,
What did you
air quotes.
expect? Honestly, you joined the Inquisition. Don't you know what this is all about?
Well, I only joined here because my captain decided that he needs someone to fund his explosives.
Well, then.
Oh, and someone threatened to stab the living shit out of me if I did not join. So there's also that.
And who would that be?
A story for another time.
No, 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 no. This is a perfect time for a story, don't you think, Charis?
Yeah, we could do with that. Sure.
Ah, you guys are terrible.
No, I think we're very friendly, honestly. But
Ah,
Oh, yes. We are very friendly.
I don't know if you remember the first time I saw you or if you even saw me, but I was talking to Priscilla about why I wanted to join. Yes?
I did see you, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, look, she asked me and I told her, well, someone wanted to stab me if I did not join. You see, I was, ah, I got caught doing something terrible, and to repay it, I have to join the Inquisition because, well, this person is also an Inquisition agent, apparently. And he
Okay.
said,
define terrible.
That sounds
well,
familiar. Please, more information. I need more information.
why are you prying too deeply into this?
Well, you know more about me than I do about you,
And
so
we want to
and
know what kind of person we're
I'm
working with.
confiding in you, so you need to confide in me.
A very terrible person, that's what. Thumbs up.
Well,
Well, let's see.
Saris, let me dispel some things for you because you're still pretty young and, uh, well, if you expect either myself or Porthos here to be like some examples of morality or
Oh no, no, no.
of
I
lawfulness,
haven't had
yeah,
that delusion
yeah,
really ever. So
because
don't worry.
yeah, good. Please do go on, Porthos.
Well, see, okay. Do you remember that time when we went to that port and I talked about how we were, what was it? Cerebus? Whatever the hell the word I used, I cannot remember. Spies, basically. The Kunari word for spies.
Ben
Yes,
Hasra,
Ben Hasras. Yes, thank you. Remember when I said that? You know where I learned it from?
where
I
did you?
learned it from a person I was smuggling some chemicals for. And Well, let's just say I got caught, uh, and then this person that will not be named because I do not want to get stabbed in my sleep told me that if I do not join, well, I am either going to prison for a very long
Is
time
that
or he's
person a
gonna slit
member
my
of the
throat.
Inquisition?
Yes, yes,
And is
basically.
this person also Ben Hasra?
No, nope. It is not. No.
Were they in the past?
Uh, I don't know. I didn't ask. Look, I was smuggling some chemicals for someone, and then I got caught because, well, it was a fake out, and
Well, that's very vague, though.
yes, just like about every stories I've told you about myself.
You warned me, dwarf. I thought I had gained your trust by now.
Ah, fine. Look, look. Ah, let me start from
Charis
the
here,
beginning.
don't worry about Charis. This is trustworthy.
Let me start from the very beginning. One day, I met this lovely elf telling me about how much money we could make if we started smuggling for the Kunari. So, here I am, smuggling some shit. Cause why not? More money for me, more money for my friend, more money to fund the explosives. So here we are, getting some lovely chemicals and concoctions that some weird alchemist, or I guess it was poison, I didn't look because, well, that's not how we do things for smuggling. And when we reach our lovely area, well, it was a lie. There was no Kunari, there was a bunch of Inquisition agents. And they seized our cargo and told me that, well, I am pretty good at what I'm doing, apparently, because they let us
Did
in.
someone say the Inquisition? Dum dum dum! I am the Spanish Inquisition. Prepare to meet your doom.
What is the
Dude, come on.
Spanish?
Come on, stay in character, please.
What is the Spanish?
Uh, no, but anyway, greetings and salutation. I have overheard your conversation. I apologize for the rude introductions, but I cannot overhear. I was overhearing your conversation. What is it that you speak of about this Inquisition? It intrigues me.
I mean,
Well,
you are at the Inquisition's keep, so
like,
I would assume you
literally,
know.
Sarah's looks as like she's just entered the fate again. She's just looking at this person. Oh, who is this person?
Ah, one before your eyes. I describe my character, I guess, if you want me to. Before your eyes, you see a very lustrous, very curvy, very thick black girl with with like the thighs, the hips, the bosoms, with very dark, intoxicating eyes. Super, super charming, and wearing very light clothing. In her hand, she carries a pipe, like a sort of like instrument, like a musical instrument, like a flute in her hand. And also she has like bells around her wrists and feet, and that is what she looks like. My character. Her name. Her name is. I got to pronounce it just correctly, otherwise I will screw it up. Her name is Nessia.
Is Nessie or Nisa? Decide, man.
Nisia. Nessa.
Oh, Nisa. Yeah.
Nisa, that's it, yeah. Nisa. and yeah, he is very beautiful and very charming personality.
Okay, hello, Nisa. Like, what
Sarah's
brings
is
you
just not
to
saying anything. She's just looking at her.
what brings you to the Inquisition? What I mean, are you? I'm
Wow.
assuming you're a bard.
Yes, that is correct. Madame, she curtsies and like a little bow of respect. Yes, I am a bard. I travel from place to place, gathering stories and tales of the wardens fighting the blight, hoping to bring some sort of prosperity or hope for mankind.
Well,
And you haven't heard about the Inquit? Well, that's weird. I mean, I knew.
I mean,
I
it's
mean, I
been
didn't.
around for many years now. Where are you hailing from?
Hmm. I hail from all around
Hmm.
this place. I travel from place to place,
Hmm.
coast to coast, land to
But where
land.
did you start?
Hmm, that is a good question. I don't know the map that well out of character.
Well, probably free marches somewhere.
Yeah, I guess in yeah, pretty much then.
Or maybe Rivane. I don't know. Bullet, help out here.
I mean, she's black and she has that outfit where Rainy would kind of work.
Yeah, probably
Let's say
Rivane.
she escaped like the Kunari, the, the fucking Kunari bastards taking there, so that's why she traveled. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess I come from that
Well, judging
area.
from looks alone, I'd say you're from Rivane. Am I correct in that assumption?
Yes, I am from that area.
Okay. A
I
bard, you
am.
say?
I am a exotic dancer, and I please any man or woman if they wish for a good price, of course.
When you said
What the?
bard, I assumed other things that you did.
Oh yes, I do many other things as a bard.
Darius gets up and she goes over to him and she's like, "I'm so sorry. I, I'm so sorry. Like, you're a prostitute."
You may
Um,
think that of me, but I am not.
I'm
I
sorry. You just said that. Never mind.
A
my
better word
entertainment
would be a courtesan,
my
I guess.
entertainment is for my entertainment is like to please those of the cults. My task one, I was I don't want to go into my
No,
life
it's fine.
story.
I'm totally. You know what? Forget I asked. Forget I said anything. I'm. You know
okay,
what?
Nisa, cut the crap. I know what bards do. I know that bards are spies for the most part. Unless
I
you're
am no
just.
spy.
Oh, so you're just a minstrel, you mean? No,
Yes,
you
I'm
you
a
don't
law.
you
I
don't
am a
collect
storyteller.
you don't
I,
collect information.
no, I do not collect information or any of that kind. I'm
Okay.
Out of character, are you telling the truth or do we have to roll here?
um. You can try.
Okay, roll d20 plus your bluff.
Okay. All right. Where's the dice roller? All right. Okay.
The dice
All right.
rolls.
Okay. Uh, all right. 1d20.
Plus your bluff.
Plus whatever score, how many ranks you
Okay.
have in bluff.
Okay.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay, okay, this is gonna be tough. Fuck! I don't think I can. I don't think I can do this. I can't do this. Fuck! Oh fuck! Porthos, we need you. Do you have a good
Hey,
sense motive?
What was it,
To be
Sensmon?
honest,
Yes.
Portos does not give a shit. I mean, if we roll a 20, from what
How
bot
the
says, it's
fuck did you
around.
get plus 19? Holy shit. Is that your specialty?
Yes.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god.
Portos does not give a shit.
Jesus. Fucking.
Yeah. So yeah, I am not after you. She waves her hand like a Jedi and sort of says, "I am not after secrets or
Well, that's
conspiracies."
well, that's too bad because we could use some information of what's happening elsewhere.
Yeah, you actually. Are you gonna join or are you just gonna be weird?
Well, yes, I shall join if you want me, of course.
I mean, it's not up to us. You will have to speak to
Yeah, Sarah's
Priscilla, I
Sarah's
suppose.
is gonna get some guards, and she's gonna see to trying to get maybe arrest this person because
Um,
this person is acting very weird.
no, Sheris. She's
No,
probably
She's
a
not
guest.
saying anything. She just leaves.
Oh, Saris, where are you going?
I'm just gonna take care of something. I'll be back.
Oh, but anyway, I am not acting funny. I'm just a friendly bard who likes gathering stories and tales of the great wardens that fight against the blight and wish to wish to
Well, I suppose by now
wish
that would be
I wish
propaganda.
yeah I wish to give people hope and give them prosperity against the enemy. That is all I wish.
Well, if you want my advice as a Grey Warden, singing songs of the Grey Wardens wouldn't be very helpful at the moment since we have lost a lot of favor in recent years. So,
Plus, I'm very diplomatic,
well,
and I can also tell good lie.
Good for
I'm
you.
pretty sure you can.
And I am very, very good at just inspiring people, give them great motivation in the heart of
Well,
battle.
you don't inspire much trust in me at the moment, but I could be
Plus,
biased.
mm, but also my eyes are very sharp.
Say, have you ever been to Orlais?
I had never been.
Really?
Indeed,
Hmm.
I speak the truth. I have never been.
Serena will take a sip from the mead she's drinking and kind of process what she's hearing because she's not buying any of it.
Portos is like glaring at Serena as she drinks the fucking mead jealously.
Serena will cock her head. She'll be like, well, at least I'm dealing with my issues. And she'll
Ah,
glare back.
He just shakes his head and looks away. Uh,
You can talk to me anytime you want, dwarf. I'm your
ah,
only friend.
ah.
Well,
A
um,
mighty dwarf.
I need to skedaddle, but I will see you guys later.
Okay,
goodbye.
later, Peter.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care of yourself, dwarf.
What do you mean?
I heard it can be quite treacherous out there in the wild.
Isn't that the case everywhere?
That is true, but I always like to wish my I always like to wish anyone that is traveling good
Well,
fortune.
you're the one who's traveling.
Oh yes, I
We're
like
mostly
traveling.
drinking at the tavern.
Oh yes, I spend many times in this tavern and many times performing on the tables for gentlemen who come here.
Out of character, no, you haven't. This tavern is in the keep of the Inquisition that you were planning to join. And you should have gone and watched the fucking recap so you can know what you're talking about. Because right now, the Grey Wardens aren't the heroes they were.
Okay.
So
Mm.
don't mention them anymore.
Okay.
Okay, back in character.
But anyway,
But
I
the
have.
thing is, lately we can't be very trusting of outsiders due to certain events happening. So
Well,
you will excuse me if I'm skeptical about what you're saying.
very well. How can I earn your trust? How can I earn?
It's not up to me. You'll have to speak to the higher ups if you want to join. Speak to Priscilla,
Oh,
and
very well.
I'll do some speaking of my own.
Very well. One,
But believe me, if there is any information about you out there, I will find out.
you will not find any information about me. I am very elusive.
Hmm.
That's very odd if you cannot find any information about you. How are we supposed to do information checks?
Ah, you talk to me directly.
How convenient. But believe me,
Hmm.
my dear, if there is anything that you have done in your lifetime, we'll find out. We have agents everywhere.
One, like I said, all I do is tell stories and sing praises of.
Yes, you've been telling stories for as long as you've been here, but stories are just that, stories.
Oh
And
Well,
yes.
if that is
I'm more interested in realities.
Ah.
You pick an interesting time to join us.
Oh,
Very interesting indeed.
awesome. The more the merrier. The more information, the merrier.
Hmm. Well, you won't be getting that from me. But please go and speak with Priscilla when you feel ready, and she will fill you in. See how you can be useful.
Okay. Where do I find this charming individual?
Well,
yeah,
ask around in the
Porthos.
courtyard, and they will direct you to her office.
All right.
Porthos will scream at a guard or something like an Inquisition soldier person and tells the soldier to escort our new friend to meet Priscilla, unless she gets lost. Jesus Christ.
Very well. Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate the conversation that we have. And remember, I am very charming. She winks and walks.
Porthos is gonna wave goodbye.
Serena's just gonna stand there, stony faced, and like a bard, as if there's not enough gossip going around here. They said that
Hmm,
after Nisa leaves, of course.
yeah,
So, what do you make of her? I don't.
very curious that Avada's not been to Orlais.
Very curious indeed. Although, I'm pretty sure she has been.
Very lovely place, especially the Orlesian bards.
I mean, she knows how to play the game. That much is evident.
uh, Orlesians. Ah, why couldn't there be
Anyway,
anyone from Antiva?
I will consult Liliana about this.
Have fun.
I mean, they have background checks on all of us, you know.
Yes. Well, as you do that, I'm going to
I
find a pipe.
didn't know about that.
About what?
About the background checks. Apparently, yes. But Cullen mentioned something to me
Well, they wouldn't
about
be
my
one.
past.
about your past.
Yeah,
Did it?
the
Uh,
past, not the Grey Warden past, the one before that.
huh, did it change his opinion about you, or did it stay the same?
Well, no, actually, he told me that before I even went into detail about everything.
Good, good.
I think he might be biased, however.
It will pass if he truly cares.
Well, I do hope that it doesn't. Thank you very much, but thanks for the vote of confidence.
uh, whew.
Ugh,
Well,
I
question.
tell me.
If I cannot drink alcohol, would you allow me to smoke a pipe?
Is that a trick question? What's in the pipe?
Uh, Grass? Something that grew from the ground and dried up, and look, it's a pipe and some grass. What do you expect?
Just grass.
Yes,
So it
it's
doesn't have any effect on your mind, you mean?
uh okay.
Porthos, deal with your issues, man. You can't keep
Fine,
running. Like,
chill.
for how long have you been drunk?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Approximately.
Well, I started drinking. I'm like 50 now, so give or take 20 years.
Okay, so for 20 years, instead of dealing with whatever is troubling your mind, you've been drowning yourself in alcohol.
Hey, it got me here, didn't it? It worked out just well.
No, it did not. I don't even
It
know how
worked
you got here. You pretty much dropped here.
well with the help of the dear old captain. That's how I got here.
Hmm.
Yes, and we even got a new deal with the Inquisition about explosives. So it all worked out
Which
just fine.
happened while you were sober.
Well,
You know I'm right about
technically,
this.
uh, uh, you're terrible.
I'm not terrible. I'm being your friend. I'm here for
Uh-huh.
you. I'm here to help you if you need. But you have to be willing to confront your whatever issue is eating you up. I mean, I know about
Uh,
my issues. I don't run from them. I know I have insecurities. I know I have abandonment issues. I know I'm not perfect, okay? But I don't drown it. What
uh,
could be so big?
well, to be honest, I quite don't remember anymore. Uh,
Well,
all
you
I
have
know
to
is I
find
want to drown
out.
it. I just want to drown it, let it die.
Let what die?
The memories,
The memories of what?
murder,
Whose murder?
the only one I truly loved.
I didn't hear that.
Yes, because he silently whispered it. uh, the only one I truly loved. God damn, I sure have a lot of tragic stories.
Well, you have to confront this. You have to deal with this. So, you may start by telling me who was this, I assume, lady.
He was a man called Alexis. He was from the winter. I killed him. Let's just leave it at that.
That was the one you true loved?
I really do not want to talk about this.
Yeah, I know, but you will have to eventually.
It was a funny thing meeting him, you know? He just wanted slaves so he could do whatever. uh,
Well,
smuggled some people. Some fun things happen.
all Vince do that.
Uh, one thing led to another. More things led to another. The next thing you know, there's a knife in his throat, and you're crying at this dead body. Good times.
Well, I've had my share of murdering scumbags, but I will need a little more to go on from that. Why, how did this affected your whole life in that way?
Porthos is like just staring into the distance, like 1,000 yards stare.
Like, I'm not beating myself up for every person I've ended.
Have you ever killed someone you love?
I never loved someone.
See, what would you do
Well,
if you were to murder your beloved Cullen?
why would I do that if not for mercy?
Uh,
So, was it mercy?
no.
What was it then?
Do we really have to do this?
Well, have you ever talked about it to anyone?
No, because I'm too busy getting drunk.
Then, yes, we do have to do this.
Really?
You've been carrying a weight on your shoulders for 20 something years. I think it's time to relieve yourself somewhat.
Or I could go find the wench and plow and let the memory fade. It all works out quite well.
No, it doesn't. You're just sweeping it under the rug.
Because it's better that way. Ah,
No, Porthos, it is really not.
you are really digging up some very deep issues here, my darling.
Well, I'm trying to help you, and I can't help you if I don't know what happened. Believe me, it's not for gossip's sake. I'm not Jacqueline.
Hmm, you were right, about the thing.
What
You
thing?
see, do you know why he wanted slaves?
No?
Because he was practicing our lovely, yes, blood magic.
I see. I really have to wonder how on earth did you end up loving a magister? There must be a story there.
Yes. Uh, he just staring at the distance again, 1,000 yards there, starting to look down. He starts shaking his head.
Serena will take a mug and fill it with mead and put it in front of you. And I will say, well, start talking.
He looks away and he moves the mug to you. I thought you were helping me to get clean, not to get back.
It's just one glass and you can savor it. But if it helps you to open up, then by all means, I'm here. I'm listening.
He starts drinking the mug, just sips, tiny amounts of sips. Uh, Alexis was a very kind man. Well, he was kind to me. I don't know about the slaves. Probably not, considering uh, he was the most. fun person I've ever known. The things he would show me, the parties we would go to, incredibly amusing. Do I really have to tell you? He's starting like to look down, like his eyes are getting a bit red. I just wanted to disappear. Maybe I could ask this dread wolf of yours to alter my memories.
Porthos, this isn't funny. It's you don't need the memories to disappear. You need to just confront the reality and
It
make sense
just
of it.
it hurts, thinking about all these things. For so long I have etched it out of my mind.
Well, it's still there somewhere. You know it is.
It is. He starts shaking his head, this tiny shake. What do you want to know?
Well, I assume I would want to understand what drew you to him, what drew him to you, and
Well, we first met through an acquaintance. You see, he needed smugglers. Well, I don't know why he would require different kinds of blood, but, well, what do I care for? I need kinds of money.
so you were smuggling people to him.
Yes, why not? Money
Well,
is money.
that's not a very good foundation for a relationship of any sort.
Yes, and the more it happens, we talk, we bartered at first. Well, I just wanted the money. You see, and then the more and more it happened, the more I got to know him a little bit more better. The more and more we talked, the more it happened, you know? It just happened,
Well, I might know something about that.
just happened.
So
You see,
if you were okay with the whole slaves thing and whatnot, and I suppose you were okay with his blood magic at first, so what changed?
he started to change. He changed. He got more reclusive, I guess. He started staying more and more in his house, just wanting to experiment on things. Then he wanted more. Then he wanted to see what my blood looked like underneath my skin. Ah,
So he was going mad.
I should have just listened to the stories of the Chantry and the Circle about how mages, and maleficarums are terrible people. How it can corrupt you if you take too much.
I mean, yeah, but that was the winter.
Yes.
Everybody does it there, from what I understand.
He winks. Ah, not everyone. Just people who are too curious about things.
Behind closed doors, at least. That's what I'm hearing.
What else do you want to know? I told you, okay? It was self-defense. Or at least I keep telling myself that.
Well, did he love you?
I don't know. Maybe it was just a game. I don't
Well,
know.
if you wanted to use your blood, I don't know.
I don't.
When you love someone, you care about their well being, about their happiness, I suppose. Isn't that how it goes?
I believe I told you that.
I believe you did.
uh, quite hilarious. This. Uh,
Well, what, using your own words against you?
yes,
Oh, you didn't see
that.
that coming, did you?
No, I did not. uh,
Well, I'm a fast learner, Porthos.
you see him wiping some tears away with his fucking shirt, the sleeve even. Uh, I did not think I would. What a fucking terrible day this is. I should have never given that goddamn tavern owner his goddamn dragon piss, and I wouldn't be here right now talking about gods and
Stop it.
spilling my
Stop
guts.
it. Stop it. I have
Uh,
to ask you something. If you were to replay that day, would you have done anything differently?
I don't know. Maybe I should just let it happen.
Is that how you really feel?
Well, he would still be alive, and I would be.
And how many would be dead?
Well, how many have died because of me delivering?
Well,
It
then
doesn't matter.
maybe there is a bigger underlying issue here.
Doesn't matter.
And
He's dead.
perhaps you were selfish for killing him when your own life was in danger, but maybe you realized that maybe the reason you feel this way is because you know deep down that you did the right thing.
He's dead. That is all that matters. And whatever happens, it will never change. He's gone.
Yes, but there are reasons things happen. There's a reason why you did this. And I'll be honest with you, it was pretty selfish reason. You didn't care about the slaves, you didn't care about the people you brought him. And I'm not the one to judge, so I
A
won't.
pirate's life for me, huh?
I mean, I can't pass any judgment when it comes to that. Many a man have fallen to my blade.
At first I tried to find someone else, but it didn't help.
Well, that
I,
doesn't mean that you can't find someone else. I mean, there are
I
plenty
was
of fish in the sea, and
like
I bet.
Isabella. Terrible that one. Never doing that again. Oof.
Do tell, who is Isabella?
There's this pirate. She keeps insisting she is the pirate queen, but she is not. Has a big hat. I think Varric knows her. If I recall correctly, she's from the Free March. Well, she was in the Free Marches, and she was there when
I
the
guess I
thing
can
in
bet.
Karakol happened.
Oh,
Ooh, terrible. Very terrible. Never doing that again.
why?
I
What?
feel like, well, let's just say it feels like I got some very horrible diseases out of it, and oof, never again. ah,
Well, that's how things work.
yes. And then I moved on to some pipes. It got quite boring after a while because I couldn't do anything while I was under the influence of that. And then
Well,
alcohol.
I have
And
to ask,
then
why are you still idealizing him? I mean, okay, it might have been fun, but from what you said. Far from perfect. Do
It
you
felt different.
Is it
That's
because he accepted you despite your awfulness?
if that's the case, then I would have been in love with further more people, especially in my crew, my captain's crew. But no, that is not the case. I do not know why.
Well, there must be
I
a reason
don't know
why
how
you
this shit
don't laugh
works.
about it. I mean, apparently you do, but I think you refuse to love again, not because you can't or you don't want to, but because you're afraid you're gonna make the same mistake.
You shouldn't know awfully know about love for someone who was asking me just a few days ago about love.
This isn't about love, this is about making mistakes. And
uh,
I know a thing or two about that. Why would it
I
be any
don't
different?
know.
That's what I'm getting from you.
You start sipping some more alcohol. I don't know. Eh, it's weird, okay? Like I told you, love does weird shit to you. It makes you do shit that don't
Oh
make
yeah,
sense.
yeah. No, don't you don't say. Ugh.
Yeah. Do we
But
have to keep
still,
talking about this? You already know what happened.
well, yeah, but we have to figure out how to make you not get over it, because I suppose something like that is not something you get over. I would assume.
Well, what might work is if I find myself a Kunari lady friend.
Why specifically a Kunari?
I don't know. Lots of, well, let's say I like to climb. uh, never been with a Kunari before.
Well, there are a few in the keep. I mean,
Uh,
there's this healer one. I can set you up with her. She heals hangovers. Really.
ah,
No,
well,
Porthos, get this out of your head.
what? What?
This is not how you're going to approach her if you approach her. Okay?
What? Asking her to heal my terrible,
Yes.
incurable hangover that
Yes.
I will definitely have even though I'm not allowed to drink alcohol. As he sips alcohol.
Look, just it's been 2 decades. I don't think this would count as a rebound, so why not
If
just try it? It
it
might work.
happens
I
when
mean,
it happens. Or maybe I could
well,
just join the Legion of the Dead. That
well,
will
if you
keep
are,
a lot of things
that's not
off
how
my
things
mind.
work if you're in a drunken stupor all the time.
Well, you
Now
see, I'm no
you
longer
finally,
drunk.
yes, and you finally can think clearly, and maybe you can make some decisions about your life and your future. You're not
Yes, like
dead
joining
yet.
the Legion of the Dead.
You're not dead yet, so don't act like you are. Well,
Well,
why
I
would
soon
you
will
do
be if I join the Legion.
that? Don't you think that's a bit counterproductive? I mean, here you may actually do some good for once in your life.
What? Then killing Darkspawn for the betterment of the
I've
Dwarven
been doing
Kingdom,
that.
not
I've been,
be.
I've been doing that for many years now. Okay,
It
and
gives you purpose, doesn't it?
it did back then, but now I have a very different purpose.
Yes, fighting for the Inquisition. The
Well,
same thing, really.
and also it's atonement for my order. It's a sense of duty. It's I'm not. I don't feel like I'm throwing my life away,
So you're
and,
saying that if I were to
and
join
I
the
don't
Legion
want
of
to
the
die.
Dead, it would be throwing my life away.
Yes, you would be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do have a lot of respect for them and appreciation for them, but that doesn't mean that I would wish it upon anyone. Same thing
Uh,
goes with being a Grey Warden. It's not something to be taken lightly. It's a duty unlike no other.
that is,
You have
but
to
that is what I need. A purpose, which is exactly I guess
you're in the
why
Inquisition.
I stayed here. I
What other
guess.
purpose? Our purpose right now is to stop the Kunari, is to stop the blight from happening. Maybe freeing some old gods along the way, if that was true. Although I don't really
Uh,
care about that personally, but
say, question. Since this Dumat vision of yours said that gods uncorrupted, would my gods count as that? My ancestors, like Karadin and Branca, uh,
well,
paragons.
we'll have to find out about Karadin since that old Grey Warden mentioned him.
Well, he's probably dead somewhere in a ditch, in a
Well,
stag, somewhere.
we will have to find out.
Yeah.
Or we can
Porthos is
try.
still wiping some tears away. Uh, you see, well, if you want to find out, I guess we could always go to the filthy, stinking Orzamar.
You know, there are other entrances to the deep roads if you want to avoid going there.
Well, to truly don't you want to ask the shapewriter or whatever the fuck they're called, the people who record who they deem worthy of recording. I bet they would record what happened to Karadin.
For someone who hasn't been there recently, you do know a lot about Orzamar.
Hey, my parents like to tell me stories.
Well, thing is, we will probably need to go to Orzamar.
Do I have to go?
You don't have to go, but
You
if you
know, they make
go, you can.
surface dwarves tattoo themselves, right? So, if I were to return there, I would need to mark my face with some sort of I am not part of any caste tattoo.
It doesn't have to be a real tattoo, does it?
I don't know. I don't know, actually.
Look, between the both of us, we've been in some shady business. You think we can't scam and con our way through Orzamar?
Uh, well, if we're gonna do that, can I pretend to be a noble from the house, I don't know, some warrior caste? Pretend I'm some big shot warrior or some shit.
I wouldn't go that far.
Ah,
But
it's
but
close enough.
but we can place a temporary tattoo on your face. At least they will leave you alone because you won't be worthy of their words, I suppose. You know how that works.
I cannot wait for those filthy dwarves to spit at me for having a face covered in surfacer tattoos.
Well, we might be able to change that actually.
To be fair, I did see
Look,
this one guy have some.
unlike the rest of the world, down in Orzammar, this the Grey Wardens still command respect. So
Eh,
you could
well, I did.
you could wear warden armor.
uh, and where exactly would I be finding any of these Grey Warden armor?
That won't be too hard to do.
He stares to the right and see Ogren like sleeping on a fucking soup or something. Hey, he looks at you. It looks at the corpse. It looks at you. Uh,
No,
do you think you would mind if I were to borrow his clothes?
I well, or we can make you a different set.
But there is a perfectly good one right over there.
Yes, but at some point he's going to wake up.
Yes, and he's going to wake up in this lovely
Okay,
silk.
let's think
silk.
first when we will need to go to the deep roads, and when that happens, we can decide at the time what to do or not do. Alright?
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
I did see some very cool tattoos, like that guy. What's his name? He apparently did stonework for the Inquisition back when they found this. Anyway, he likes some weird ass blue skull face thing, and it looks really cool. Maybe I should put that on my face.
Well,
Who
maybe
knows?
we should go for something that wouldn't raise too much suspicion and too many questions. So,
What? Is that not? Uh, well, at least I'm glad we stopped talking about the thing that happened and talking about the deep roads now. Well, I think I need some fresh air. What about you?
sure.
Uh, we can end it here if you want.
Yeah, I think that would be a good time.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks players for playing and watchers for watching, and see you next time.